Hello, fans, and welcome to today's broadcast live from Tarble Arena on the campus of Carthage College for the match between the visiting Augustana College Vikings and your number 14 in the nation, Carthage College Lady Reds. The Augustana College Vikings enter today's game with an 18-7 overall record, 2-2 in the College Conference of Illinois and Wisconsin, and your Lady Reds enter with a 22-2 record, 4-0 in the CCIW. Head coach for the Lady Reds is Leanne Omar, assistant coach Cindy Kavanaugh, and student assistant coach Ann Staudinger. Head coach for the Vikings, Kelly Bethke. Assistant coaches Amy Mitten and Steve Hennings. The Carthage College women's volleyball team, 22-2, 4-0 in the CCIW, ranked 14th in the October 14th American Volleyball Coaches Association NCAA Division III poll, plays host to the CCIW opponent, Augustana College. Live now from Tarble Arena, looking at Augustana, Kelly Bethke, in her first year coaching the Augustana Vikings, went 16-14 last year, 3-4, and 5th in the CCIW. This team brings an 18-7 mark into today's match after splitting with Aurora University and Edgewood College on Saturday at an Edgewood Triangular. Carthage leads the Augustana series 26-16. Coming up this weekend, Carthage will travel to Oshkosh, Wisconsin on Friday and Saturday to play in the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh Pizza Hut Classic at the Colf Sports Center. The Lady Reds will face Loras College at 5:30 p.m. and the host Titans at 7:30 p.m. on Friday, followed by Saturday matches against Wartburg College at 10 a.m. and Clark College at noon. Looking at the standings from around the league, Carthage is in first place with a 4-0 record and 22-2 overall. In second is Elmhurst with a 2-2 record, 25-5 overall. Milliken Wheaton are tied at third. Milliken with a 2-1 conference record, 19-4 overall, and Wheaton with the 2-1 record, 8-15 overall. Augustana and Illinois Wesleyan are tied for fifth. Augustana 17-6 overall, 2-2, and Illinois Wesleyan 13-10 overall, 2-2. And North Central and North Park are tied in last place, both at 0-3. North Central 16-6, and North Park 8-16. Other matches going on around the league tonight. Milliken is at North Central starting at 7 p.m. and North Park is at Wheaton starting at 7 p.m. Tomorrow, Elmhurst will take on Illinois Wesleyan at 7 p.m. At this time, we will send you down to the floor for today's starting lineups with your PA announcer.
Drop so many bars, you haters quit your job cause there's nothing to argue. Now let it, turn it up, let it, in the truck, let it, throw 'em up, let it, yeah. This is what we do when we verbally turn 'em out with the speakers to the maximum, baby, just let it bounce now. In the crowd, let it, turn it loud, let it, blow 'em out, let it, yeah. This is what we do when I show 'em what I'm about with the speakers to the maximum.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Tarble Arena for tonight's volleyball match between Carthage College and Augustana College. The NCAA promotes good sportsmanship by student athletes, coaches, and spectators. We request your cooperation by supporting the participants and officials in a positive manner. The NCAA, the CCIW, and Carthage thank you for your cooperation. Please direct your attention to the American flag at the north end of the arena. It draped the coffin of Captain Frank Vavrin, a former Carthage student who died in Vietnam in 1970. The flag is a gift to the college from his parents. In remembering Captain Vavrin, we pay tribute to all who have sacrificed their lives for our country and honor those who today put themselves in harm's way in service to America. To honor America, please remain standing for the playing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night
And now for those starting lineups for tonight's match between the Augustana College Vikings with an 18-7 overall record and a 2-2 CCIW record, and your Carthage Lady Reds with a 22-2 mark and a 4-0 conference record. Let's meet the Vikings. A 5'5" junior libero from Sugar Grove, Illinois, wearing number 1, Kylie Siebert. A 5'6" junior setter out of Hilliard, Ohio, number 4, Jordan Hampel. A 5'11" senior middle blocker from LaSalle, Illinois, wearing number 12, Haley Brayton. A 5'9" senior outside from Mount Prospect, Illinois, number 14, Emily Leeser. A 5'10" senior right side from Tremont, Illinois, number 15, Dory Dudley. A 5'10" junior outside from Evanston, Illinois, number 16, Martha Murray. And a 6'1" sophomore middle blocker from Forest Park, Illinois, number 26, Jacqueline Kabir Evans. The head coach for the Vikings is Kelly Bethke. Are you ready? And now let's meet the starting lineup for your Carthage Lady Reds. At libero, 5'7" senior from Watertown High School, from Watertown, Wisconsin, number 1, Hannah Cahoon. At defensive specialist, a 5'7" freshman from Racine, Wisconsin, out of Greenfield High School, number 4, Lucy Krensky. At center, a 5'9" junior from Mundelein High School, from Mundelein, Illinois, wearing number 10, Karen Chin. An outside hitter, a 5'11" senior from Oak Park, Fenwick High School. She's from Chicago, Illinois, wearing number 11, Rachel Fields. An outside hitter, a 5'11" junior from Washington High School, out of Washington, Illinois, number 12, Emily Hireman. At middle blocker, a 6-foot freshman from Roseville Concordia Academy, out of Maplewood, Minnesota, number 16, Megan Fellert. And at middle blocker, 5'10" junior from Schaumburg High School, from Hanover Park, Illinois, number 18, Bria Haley. The head coach for your Lady Reds is Leanne Ulmer. She's assisted by graduate assistant coach Cindy Kavanaugh and student assistant coach Ann Staudinger. Good luck to both teams.
All right, and we welcome you again to Tarble Arena on the campus of Carthage College in Kenosha, Wisconsin, right on the shores of Lake Michigan for today's matchup between the visiting unranked Augustana College Vikings and your number 14 Carthage Lady Reds. Both teams ready to take the floor. Again, your starters for today, Karen Chin, Rachel Fields, Emily Hireman, Megan Fallert, Bria Haley, Lucy Krensky, there we go. And your libero, number 1, Hannah Cahoon. Cahoon, just announced today, earned the CCIW Player of the Week in women's volleyball. Congratulations to her. Had an outstanding week last week, and we are very excited for her. And we are about to get underway here, live from Tarble Arena on live.carthage.edu. Officials checking the rotation now, and we will get underway shortly. Again, head coach for the Lady Reds is Leanne Ulmer, graduate assistant coach Cindy Kavanaugh, and student assistant coach Ann Staudinger. Augustana will take the first possession today.
Serving for the Vikings, number 4.
And serving for the Vikings is number 4, Jordan Hampel. The 5'6" junior setter out of Hilliard, Illinois, went to Hillard-Davidson High School. It follows across to Krensky, to Chin, to Rachel Fields, and they will barely save that one. That was Hampel with the save. Krensky to Chin, to Megan Fallert, and that ball will finally drop. Point to the Lady Reds as they take the 1-0 lead in the first set. Karen Chin back to serve now for the Lady Reds. Chin again, a 5'9" junior setter out of Mundelein, Illinois. Chin will receive that one. Over to Cahoon, over to Rachel Fields. And that one will go out, point to the Vikings. Now serving for the Vikings is number 16, Martha Murray, the 5'10 junior outside hitter out of Evanston, Illinois. To Krensky, to Cahoon, to Rachel Fields. That one is Hireman to Cahoon, keeps in their CCIW Player of the Week, and Hireman will get that one back across. Augustana barely getting that one. And that ball will go out of bounds. Point to the Lady Reds as they lead 2-1 in the first set. Sub for Carthage coming in is Sarah Shoemaker and Mallory Parsons. Shoemaker to serve for the Lady Reds. To the back row. Get this one over to the left side, and that'll be Shoemaker there. And Rachel Fields with the kill for the Lady Reds as they take the 3-1 lead. Shoemaker continues to serve for the Lady Reds. Barely gets over, but Rachel Fields there to get the ball. And that'll go back to Shoemaker, to Chin, over to Mallory Parsons. That'll go off the arm of number 4 for Augustana, Jordan Hampel, and go out of bounds, point to the Lady Reds. Parsons' first kill of the night. As Shoemaker continues to serve. Oh, and a nice block there, and saved by Karen Chin. Fields to Chin, back over to Fields. And a great kill there by Fields as it goes off the arm of Hampel. And Shoemaker will continue to serve. Shoemaker gets that one across. Oh, and that one will go off the arm of Parsons and go out of bounds. Point to Augustana. Lady Reds continue to lead 5-2 in the first set. And back to serve is Kylie Siebert, the 5'5 junior defensive specialist out of Sugar Grove, Illinois. Went to Maple Park Canelan High School. And that ball will go out. Service error for Siebert. Point to the Lady Reds. And Hannah Cahoon back to serve. Cahoon again earning CCIW Player of the Week honors this week. Lady Reds lead 6-2. Shoemaker there to Chin, over to Parsons. Cahoon to Chin, nice save by Karen Chin, back over to Parsons. And that ball will go way out. Point to the Lady Reds as they take the 5-point lead, 7-2 in the first set. And this will be a timeout for the Vikings. We'll take this moment to recognize the libero number 1, Hannah Cahoon, the 5'7 senior out of Watertown, Wisconsin. Last year she was named second team all CCIW, ranked second in CCIW for digs at 5.01%, and eighth in service aces at 0.36%, named to the all-tournament team at the CCIW Women's Volleyball Tournament. She is a double major in athletic training biology. Her younger sister, she is the younger sister of Christina Cahoon, who played volleyball at UW Oshkosh, where the Lady Reds will travel this weekend. Her older sister Christina was named AVCA Division III Player of the Year in 2009, and Cahoon has been named to the Carthage Dean's List 5 times. Again, that's number 1, Hannah Cahoon. And both teams are ready here to get back underway as Cahoon will continue to serve as the Lady Reds lead 7-2. And that will land on the back line as number 14, Laser, for the Vikings shies away from it. Ace for Cahoon. Lady Reds lead 8-2. And that one will go out of bounds. Service error there for Cahoon. Point to the Vikings. And now serving for the Vikings is number 5, Lindemann, the 5'5 sophomore out of Eldridge, Iowa, went to North Scott High School. Parsons to chin to Bria Haley. And that ball will land in right on the line. Point to the Vikings. And Lindemann will continue to serve. And that ball will go out of bounds off of Shoemaker. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds now only lead 8-5 in the first set. 3-point lead. Parsons to Chin, over to Fields, and a great kill by Rachel Fields. Back to serve now is Rachel Fields. Fields already with 3 kills tonight in a total of 14 points so far in this game, excuse me. And Chin will get that one across. Shoemaker to Chin to Parsons. Oh, and a great kill into Mallory Parsons. Point to the Vikings. Parsons does not seem to be able to, doesn't seem like she's hitting the ball as hard as normal tonight. Not able to convert on her past 6 attempts. And number 14, Leazer, will send that ball into the net for the Vikings. Point to the Lady Reds. And we do have a substitution. Out is Parsons and Shoemaker. Coming in is Hireman and Krensky. Krensky back to serve for the Lady Reds. And a great block there by the team of Haley and Hireman, but that ball will go out of bounds. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds lead 10-7 still. Serving is number 12, Haley Brayton. And Chin will quick ditch that one over. Augustana will recover. And that ball will go out of bounds, but it was tipped. Point to the Vikings as they now only trail by 2. Lady Reds lead 10-8. And a great attack there by Bria Haley as it goes off the Augustana block. Point to the Lady Reds. They lead to 11-8, and Bria Haley is back to serve. Bria Haley, the 5'10 junior middle blocker out of Hanover Park, Illinois, attended Schaumburg High School. And that is a point to the Vikings there. We'll have another substitution for the Vikings. Lady Reds lose their big lead, only now leading by 2. They lead 11-9 in this first set. Karen Chin will put that one right back over. Back to Krensky to Chin. The kill there, Megan Fowler. Point to the Lady Reds as Bria Haley will continue to serve. Oh, excuse me, Karen Chin to serve. And that ball will go way out of bounds. But it is tipped by the Lady Reds. Point to the Vikings. Serving for the Vikings is number 16, Martha Murray, the 5'10 junior outside hitter. And a great kill there by Emily Hireman as it goes. It is tipped by the block and falls down. And now back in the lineup is number 3, Sarah Shoemaker, and number 13, Mallory Parsons. And that ball will go way out of bounds off the attempt by Mallory Parsons. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds now only leading by 2, 13-11 in this first set. Parsons to Chin to Rachel Fields, and a fantastic kill by Rachel Fields. Hannah Cahoon back to serve for the Lady Reds, the 5'5 5'7" senior libero. And that ball will go out of bounds, point to the Lady Reds as Cahoon continues to serve. Lady Reds lead 15-11. Nice Carthage crowds here in the stands tonight. And a great kill there by Rachel Fields as it goes off the arms of number 4, Jordan Hampel. Lady Reds now lead by 5, 16-11, with Hannah Cahoon back to serve. And a great block there by Bria Haley. Cahoon to Chin to Haley. Augustana will recover. Cahoon to Chin. Chin will quick stitch that one over, and Augustana will send it back under the net. Point to the Lady Reds. Kill will be credited to Karen Chin there. The Lady Reds lead 17-11 in the first set. Nice job there by Karen Chin. And Parsons will send that one right into the net. Parsons not doing well tonight. Obviously frustrated. Leanne Ulmer may make a quick change. And a great kill there by Rachel Fields. And we have a timeout by the Vikings on the floor. Take this moment to take a look at number 10, Karen Chin, the junior setter out of Mundelein High School. Last year she was named first team all CCIW, ranked second in CCIW assists at 9.55%, and second in service aces at 0.41%. She was named CCIW Player of the Week last year on September 3rd. She's a graphic design major here at Carthage and has been named to the Carthage Dean's List 3 times. So far this year, she's played in 24 matches, started in all 18. She started in 18, played in 24. She's played in 87 sets, averages 1.73 points per set, 1.03 kills per set, and 10.06 assists per set. She leads the CCIW in assists per set so far this year. Again, that's number 9, Karen Chin. And back to serve again is Rachel Fields for the Lady Reds as they lead 18-12 over the Augustana College Vikings. And that ball will drop. Ace there for Rachel Fields. Lady Reds now lead 19-12.
Into the Vikings lineup, number 17, Morrison.
Fields will get this one over. Oh, and it barely goes out. Point to the Vikings.
Into the Vikings lineup, number 16, Murray.
Oh, and Rachel Fields lets that one fall right by her. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds now only lead 19-14 in this first set. Shoemaker Chin to Haley, and Bria Haley with the kill there. Point to the Lady Reds. And we do have a different substitution here. Coming in is Krensky and Cannell. Hireman went into the locker room a couple minutes ago. Not exactly sure what's going on, but Cannell in her place now. And that is a point to the Lady Reds as there was a double contact on the Vikings. Krensky continues to serve. And that ball will be sent under the net by the Vikings libero. Point to the Lady Reds as they lead 22-14. Krensky to continue serving. And and Krensky will send that one to the net. Point to the Vikings. And now serving for the Vikings is number 12, Haley Braden. The 5'11 senior out of LaSalle, Illinois, went to St. Bed Academy. And that ball will go out of bounds. Point to the Lady Reds as they lead 23-15 with Bria Haley back to serve in this first set. Bria Haley to Chin, over to Cannell, and that ball will fall on the Carthage side off the block. Lack of communication there by the Lady Reds, and that is a point to the Vikings. Now back to serve for the Vikings is number 4, Hampel. Lady Reds lead 23-16. Karen Chin to Cannell, and a great kill by Anna Cannell, the 5'9 sophomore out of Wheaton, Illinois. Out of Niles, Illinois, went to Park Ridge Main South High School. And this is set point, Karen Chin back to serve. Cahoon to Chin to Fields. And that will fall on the Carthage side. Point to the Vikings. Still set point for the Lady Reds as they lead 24-17. Back to serve for the Vikings is Murray. So go back to Krensky, to Chin, to Rachel Fields. Chin will send that one back over. Now Cahoon to Chin, to Cannell. It'll go off the block. Cannell will return her own block. Now Chin to Cahoon, over to Rachel Fields. And Augustana staying alive here. A couple great plays by them. And a great block there by Fowler and Cannell. And that ball will hit the ground. Point to the Vikings after a very long volley. And Murray to continue serving for the Vikings as Lady Reds lead 24-18. Still set point in this first set. Rachel Fields to Chin, over to Cannell. And a great kill there by Anna Cannell as the Lady Reds take the first set 25-17. Stats for the first set. Augustana with 9 kills, 3 errors, and 35 total attacks. An attack percentage of 17.1%. They had 12 digs, averaged 1 block, had 2 service aces and 3 service errors, and had 9 assists. Carthage in the first set, 15 kills, 4 errors, and 31 total attacks for an attack percentage of 35.5%. They were credited 18 digs, no blocks, 3 service aces, and 3 service errors, and had 15 assists. Again, your final score for the first set, Carthage 25, Augustana 18. We'll be right back on live.carthage.edu with more from Tarble Arena. And we are back here live from Tarble Arena on live.carthage.edu for the match between the visiting Augustana College Vikings and your Carthage Lady Reds. Coming up on Tuesday, October 29th, Lady Reds Volleyball will take on North Park here live from Tarble Arena, and it is senior night. We will have all the sights and sounds for you live on live.carthage.edu. Again, that is Tuesday the 29th at 7 p.m. Lady Reds take on North Park, and it is senior night. Both teams getting ready to take the floor again. Carthage took the first half, the first set, 25-18. Augustana still in their final huddle. Upcoming for Lady Reds again this weekend, they will travel to the University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh for the Pizza Hut Classic. On Friday, they will take on Loras College at 5:30 and the host UW-Oshkosh at 7:30. And then on Saturday at 10 a.m. they will take on Wartburg, and at noon they will take on Clark College. All these take place at the Kolf Sports Center on the campus of UW-Oshkosh. That campus is situated right on the Fox River. And we are back here as both teams back on the court. And Bria Haley will take the first service for the Lady Reds. Still no Hireman back, as she's still in the locker room. Cannell out on the floor in her place. And Bria Haley set to serve. And the kill there by Augie gets them the first point of the second set. Back to serve for the Vikings is number 14, Emily Laser. The 5'9" senior outside hitter out of Mount Prospect, Illinois, went to Arlington Heights St. Viator High School. And a nice attempt there by Cannell. And Augie will send that one into the net. That was number 13, Morrissey, sending it in there. Point to the Lady Reds, and we are tied at 1 in the second set. Karen Chin back to serve. And that ball will go off the hands of Cahoon. Point to the Vikings as they lead 2-1. Back to serve for the Vikings is number 1, Kylie Siebert. Rachel Fields to Chin over to Cannell, and that will fall down inside the block on the Augustana side. Point to the Lady Reds. And the substitution on the floor coming in is Shoemaker and Parsons. We'll see if Parsons can make a difference in this game. She's had plenty of errors tonight, not able to convert. And a great block there by Parsons. Shoemaker continues to serve. That ball go off of Cahoon, back to Shoemaker, and Chin will try to get this one back over, and she will. And that ball will go out of bounds. Point to the Lady Reds. Lady Reds now lead 4-2. And Shoemaker continues to serve. And a great block by the Lady Reds. Megan Fowler will be credited with the block. Shoemaker continues to serve. And that ball will go off the block of Fowler and Fields. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds lead 5-3. And back to serve for the Vikings is Hampel. Cahoon to Chin to Parsons. Augustana will recover. Parsons again. And Augustana will send that ball back and deep out of bounds. Point to the Lady Reds. Hannah Cahoon back to serve for the Lady Reds. Nice job by Karen Chin to Cahoon. And Shoemaker will get that ball across on the free ball. Cahoon to Chin to Rachel Fields, and a great kill by Rachel Fields. That'll go off of Augustana and into the stands. Lady Reds now lead 7-3 in the second set. Again, the Lady Reds took the first set, 25-17. And that is a point to the Vikings. Rachel Fields will send that ball out of bounds. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds now only lead 7-5. That ball will go out of bounds. Point to the Lady Reds. They now lead 8-5. Back to serve is number 11, Rachel Fields. Cahoon to Chin to Bria Haley, and a great kill there by Bria Haley as the Lady Reds now lead 9-5.
Into the Vikings lineup is number 17, Julie Morrison.
Rachel Fields continue to serve. And a lack of communication there by Augustana forces a Carthage point. Lady Reds now lead 10-5. Rachel Fields continues to serve, gets that one to the libero. And a great kill by Mallory Parsons.
Parsons with a kill.
Lady Reds now lead 11-5 in this second set. Fields continues to serve. Augustana send this one back over, and that will land in, point to the Vikings. And that ball will be sent way out by number 26, Keeper Evans. Point to the Lady Reds. Lady Reds lead 12-6, and Lucy Krensky, the 5'7" freshman out of Racine, Wisconsin, is back to serve. Krensky to Chin, over to Cannell. Oh, and that ball will fall on the Carthage side off the block. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds now only lead by 5, 12-7.
And number 13, Morrissey.
Rachel Fields will get that one across. Chin. Oh. And there was a lift there on Cannell. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds lead by 4, 12-8. Back to serve for the Vikings again is number 5, Hannah Lindeman. Krensky to Chin to Haley. Nice block there by Chin, and Bria Haley with the kill. Point Lady Reds as they lead 13-8.
Haley serving.
Oh, and a double hit there by Fallert. Ball kept going into the net. Points the Vikings. Lady Reds now only lead by 4, 13-9. Now serving for the Vikings, Emily Laser. 5'9" outside hitter. Krensky, Chin, Cannell. That ball fall back on the Carthage side, and Cannell will recover. Oh, that ball will go off a Chin, deep back into Carthage out of bounds territory. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds now only lead by 3, 13-10. Krensky to Chin to Fallert. And that ball, oh, I thought that was a double hit there on Augie. Cahoon to Chin, over to Cannell. Cahoon, Chin, Fields. Let that one float. Chin to Fields to Cannell. Wow, and the libero, Siebert, is doing a great job for Augie. And that ball will finally hit the floor on the Augustana side. Point to the Lady Reds as they lead 14-10 in the second set.
Chin to serve.
Karen Chin, the junior out of Mundelein High School, back to serve for the Lady Reds. And that ball will go out of bounds off of Carthage. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds now only lead by 3, 14-11 in the second set. Plenty of Carthage coaches out here at the game tonight. Assistant Athletic Director Tim Rux, head swimming coach Seth Weidman, LJ Marks, the men's volleyball coach, among many others. Point to the Lady Reds there. Rachel Fields with the kill. Lady Reds leading 15-11. And Shoemaker back to serve as her and Parsons come back into the game. Parsons has appeared to turn the switch on after a disappointing first set. Cahoon to Chin, and that one will fall. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds lead 15-12 in the second set.
Into the Vikings lineup, number 15, Dudley, and number 4, Hamel.
Back to serve for the Vikings, number 4, Hampel. Oh, Parsons sends that one into the floor. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds only lead by 2. Timeout for the Lady Reds. We'll be right back in just a minute with more volleyball live from Tarble Arena on live.carthage.edu. Both teams back on the court here live from Tarble Arena on Live at Carthage. Back to serve is number 4, Jordan Hampel, as Lady Reds lead 15-13. She will send that one into the net. Point to the Lady Reds. Now the Lady Reds lead 16-13. Hannah Cahoon back to serve. Cahoon, the CCIW Women's Volleyball Player of the Week. And that ball will fall on the Carthage side. Point to Augustana as the Lady Reds only lead 16-14. And that ball will go out of bounds off the Keeper Evans block for Augustana. That is a point for Carthage. They lead 17-14. Bria Haley credited with the kill there. She has 5 kills and 1 dig tonight. And Rachel Fields back to serve. That ball will land in off an Augustana kill. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds lead 17-15, and a substitution on the court. Coming into the Vikings lineup is number 6, Delagard, the 5'6" senior out of Antioch, Illinois. She's back to serve for the Vikings. And the kill there by number 15, Dory Dudley. Lady Reds now only lead by 1, their smallest lead of the game, 17-16. And they will send that one into the net. Point to the Lady Reds. Service error there was Delagard.
Into the Carthage lineup, number 5, Cannell, and number 4, Krensky.
Cannell and Krensky back into the game. Krensky back to serve. Point to the Vikings. Another substitution on the floor for the Vikings. Back to serve is number 5, Hannah Lindemann. Point to the Vikings. Krensky to Chin to Cannell. Cannell send that one into the net. Point Augustana is Augie now leads 19-18. Another timeout by the Lady Reds. And we'll be right back in just a minute on Live at Carthage for more action live from Tarble Arena. And both teams back on the floor here at Tarble Arena. Back to serve for the Vikings, number 5, Lindemann, as Augustana leads 19-18. Fields to Chin to Bria Haley. And that ball will go out of bounds off of Augustana. Point to the Lady Reds. We are tied at 19. Back to serve is Bria Haley. And the point there by number 12, Haley Brayton. Augustana leads 20-19. Back to serve is number 14, Laser. And that is an ace point to the Vikings.
Into the Carthage lineup, number 24, Romanowski.
Romanowski into the Carthage lineup for Fallert. Romanowski, the sophomore out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, went to Bradford High School, a 6'4" middle blocker. And a point to Carthage there. We are tied. Excuse me. Augustana leads 21-20. And the point there for Augustana, they now lead by 2, 22-20. Krensky to Cahoon, and Fields will get that one across on a free ball. Cahoon to Chin to Cannell. And that block will fall off of Romanowski. Point to the Vikings as they lead 23-20. Back to serve is Siebert. Romanowski there, and that will be a 4-touch for the Lady Reds. Point to Augustana. Set point for the Vikings as they lead 24-20. Siebert continues to serve. Krensky to Chin to Fields. And that goes out of bounds as Augustana takes the second set. 25-20. Your stats. Let's see your cumulative stats after the second set. Augustana with 24 kills, 8 errors, and 68 total attacks for an attack percentage of 23.5%. They're credited with 24 digs, average 4 blocks per set, have 5 service aces and 7 service errors, and have combined a total of 24 assists. Carthage, through the second set, has 25 kills, 11 errors, and 63 total attacks for an attack percentage of 22.2%. This is the first time all year that Carthage's attack percentage has been below their opponent at any point during a match. Again, that's at home. Carthage with 30 digs, averaging 2 blocks per set. They have 4 service aces and 3 service errors and 23 total assists. We'll be back shortly on Live at Carthage for more action live from Tarble Arena as the visiting Augustana College Vikings take on your Carthage Lady Reds. We'll be right back. Tarble Arena here on the campus of Carthage College. And thanks for watching Live at Carthage as we continue today's match between the visiting Augustana College Vikings and your Carthage College Lady Reds. Game currently tied at 1. Carthage taking the first set 25-17 and Augustana taking the second 25-20. Augustana will take the first service here. Check the final rotations. Out on the floor for Carthage is Cahoon, Shoemaker, Parsons, Fields, Fallert, and Chin, and Bria Haley. All right, and looks like we are ready to get underway here. Lindemann back to serve. And the block there by the Lady Reds. That was Megan Fallert with the block. And another great block by Carthage. Point to the Lady Reds. Cahoon continues to serve. And a great attempt there by Parsons. Shoemaker to Chin to Fields, and that ball will go out of bounds, but it is tipped by Augie. Point to the Lady Reds as they lead 3-0 in this third set. Chin to Cahoon to Fields. And that is a point to the Vikings off of 4 hits for the Lady Reds. Now, just before the set started, the ref showed a yellow card on his wrist pointing to the Carthage bench for a delay of game. That results in loss of a rally, but not exactly sure what that means at the start of a set. And that is a point to the Vikings off of 4 hits again for Carthage. That is the second time this set in 5 points that this has happened. Lady Reds still lead 3-2. And that ball will go out of bounds. That is a point to the Lady Reds. Rachel Fields back to serve. Karen Chin to Bria Haley there, and Chin will send it back over and land it in. Point to the Lady Reds. They lead 5-2 in the third set. Back to serve, number 11, Rachel Fields. And that ball will land in on the back line. Ace for Rachel Fields. Nice job there by Cahoon, but that ball will fall on the Carthage side. Point to the Vikings as the Lady Reds lead 6-3. Back to serve, Kylie Siebert. That ball will go out of bounds. Point to the Lady Reds, they lead 7-3. My initial question is when I hear the last name Siebert for Kylie Siebert. Many people know on Carthage we have the A.F. Siebert Chapel. Curious to see if there's any relation there between the two. Back to serve, Lucy Krensky. Krensky will send that ball right back over and fall right next to Karen Chin, not able to get back there quick enough. Point to the Vikings as Lady Reds lead 7-4. Back to serve for the Vikings is number 4, Jordan Hampel. Chin to Haley, and Hampel will recover there. Cahoon to Chin to Cannell. And that ball will land in. Point to the Lady Reds. Bria Haley with the kill. And that is a point to the Lady Reds as that ball goes out of bounds. And that is a point to the Vikings there.
Murray serving.
Krensky to Chin to Cannell, and a great kill there by Anna Cannell. Back to serve is Chin. Lady Reds leading 10-5 in this third set. And a great block there by Megan Fallert. Point to the Lady Reds as they now lead 11-5. Karen Chin back to serve. Cahoon to Cannell to Fields. And that ball will go out of bounds off of the Lady Reds. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds lead 11-6. Kabir Evans back to serve for the Vikings. That goes Krensky, Chin to Cannell. Ball barely misses the light on the roof. And that will go off the block of Augustana and fall out of bounds on the Lady Red side. Point to the Lady Reds. Shoemaker and Parsons back in. Shoemaker back to serve as the Lady Reds lead 12-6 in the third set. Both teams with one set. Point to the Lady Reds on a double contact. And we have a timeout for Augustana. Coming up this weekend, it is family weekend here at Carthage. And we'll have all the live sporting events for you here on Live at Carthage. Just go to live.carthage.edu to see all those. First off, Red Men football will take on Augustana. Pre-game starting at 12:30 and the game starting at 1 o'clock. We will be live from Art Keller Field with John Weiser, the voice of the Red Men. And then at 5 o'clock, women's soccer will take on Millikin University. It is the Lady Reds senior night. And then at 7 o'clock, Red Men soccer will take on Millikin. And we will have all your sights and sounds from Art Keller Field for both of those games. My name is Matt Thome. I'll be there doing the play-by-play there for you. And then coming up next Tuesday, it will be senior night for Red Men soccer as they take on Illinois Institute of Technology. And that's next Tuesday. We hope you will join us for family weekend events here on Live at Carthage. And we are back here for Lady Red Volleyball as number 3, Sarah Shoemaker, is back to serve. And a great block by number 16, Megan Fallert. Lady Reds lead 14-16 as Shoemaker continues to serve. Fallert with 2 kills and 2 digs on the night. Parsons to Chin to Fields. That ball will go out of bounds off of Augustana. A point to the Lady Reds as they now lead 15-6 in the third set. Shoemaker continues to serve. And an error there by Augustana leaves the ball short of the net. Point to the Lady Reds as they now lead by 10, 16-6, with Shoemaker continuing to serve. There's a substitution on the court for Augustana as Morrison comes in for Murray. And Chin will send that ball over. Augustana able to recover. Cahoon to Chin to Rachel Fields, and she'll let that one float, goes off the block and falls on their side. Point to the Lady Reds. Rachel Fields credited with the kill. And Shoemaker is back to serve for the Lady Reds. Karen Chin to Parsons to Fields. And Fields with the kill in the back row. Point Lady Reds as they now lead 18-6 in this third set. Augustana just cannot get it together, making a lot of substitutions, trying to change the momentum. Lady Reds stay in control, however. And that ball will fall on the Carthage side this time. Lady Reds lead 18-7. Back to serve for Augustana is number 5, Lindemann, as herself and number 13, Morrissey, come back into the game for the Vikings. Parsons to Chin, back to Parsons. And a nice block there by Fallert and Fields. Parsons to Chin to Fields. Shoemaker to Chin to Parsons. And a nice job there by Parsons. Comes right back there. She's able to return it back. And Megan Fallert with the kill, assist from Karen Chin. The Lady Reds lead 19-7. Back to serve is Hannah Cahoon, the 5'7" senior libero. Fallert now with 4 kills and 2 digs on the night. Shoemaker to Chin to Bria Haley. Shoemaker to Chin to Fields. And the great block by Mallory Parsons. Lady Reds now lead 20-7 as Cahoon continues to serve. Another substitution for the Vikings. Number 23, Mussick, comes in for Brayton. Chin. Now back to Haley. The Shoemaker will send it over on the free ball. That ball will go out of bounds. Point to the Lady Reds as they lead 21-7. Triple the score of Augustana. This is a great game here, folks. And Cahoon will continue to serve. Cahoon again receiving CCIW Player of the Week honors for women's volleyball for the week of October 21st. And number 14, Laser, will send that ball into the net for the Vikings. Lady Reds now lead 22-7. Cahoon continuing to serve as Augustana makes another substitution. Coming in is Zerden for Laser. And the great kill by Mallory Parsons. Lady Reds lead 23-7. Cahoon back to serve. Shoemaker to Chin to Rachel Fields. Chin on the great set there behind the back up to the front row. Shoemaker on the dig. Cahoon to Chin to Parsons, and that one will go out of bounds. However, it will be a point to Carthage. As there is a foul on the Vikings, and this is set point for the Lady Reds as they lead 24-7. And Cahoon will send that one into the net after a very long serving run. Back to serve for the Vikings is number 1, Kylie Siebert, the 5'5" junior out of Sugar Grove, Illinois. Chin to Fields for the great kill as that goes off the hands of the libero out of bounds. Though I'm not confident in this, folks, I'll check on this for you, but this may have been the Lady Reds' largest margin of lead in winning a set as they win 25-8 in the third set against the Vikings. Again, I will research that stat for you and come back with that statistic right before the fourth set, but the Lady Reds now lead 2-1 here live from Tarble Arena. We'll be back in just a few minutes. And we are back here live from Tarble Arena. Did check on that stat for you. It was the Lady Reds' largest margin of win this season. However, they also did a 25-8 set win back on August 29th against Lake Forest College in the Elmhurst Invitational. And we are back here on the court. Again, Lady Reds leading 2-1 as we enter this fourth set. As they won that last one 25-8. Back to serve will be Shoemaker for the Lady Reds.
Serving for Carthage, number 3, Shoemaker.
Ball will come back. Fields to Chin. Parsons, and that ball will drop on the Carthage side. Point to Augustana as they take the 1-0 lead in the fourth set. Back to service 14, Emily Lazer for the Vikings. Point to the Lady Reds. Karen Chin there credited with the kill. And Cahoon back to serve for the Lady Reds. And Rachel Fields with the attempt. Bria Haley with the kill as it comes back over. Point to the Lady Reds as they now lead 2-1. Bria Haley with 7 kills on the night and 1 dig. Cahoon continues to serve. And that is a point to the Lady Reds. That ball will fall on the Carthage side as it goes through the block. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds lead 3-2. Back to serve for the Vikings is number 1, Kylie Siebert. Parsons to Chin to Haley. As Bria Haley with the kill is. That would have been 4 touches for the Vikings, but they sent it out of bounds. Rachel Fields back to serve. Fields with 14 kills and 3 aces tonight. And she will send that one into the net. Her second service error of the night. Hampel back to serve for the Vikings as she comes back into the game. Lady Reds lead 4-3 in this fourth set. Fields to Chin to Parsons. And a great kill by number 13, Mallory Parsons. Substitution on the floor coming in for Carthage is Cannell and Krensky. Krensky back to serve.
Krensky serving.
And that ball will land in as that is another ace for Lucy Krensky. Her second ace of the night. She's also had 5 digs. Fields to Chin to Haley. Krensky to Chin. She'll send that one over, and it will go off the arm of number 14, Emily Leazer. Point to the Lady Reds. They lead 7-3. Krensky continues to serve. Cahoon. Ball goes over, comes back, and Haley will get that. And that ball will go out of bounds. Point to the Lady Reds as they lead 8-3. It's a timeout for Augustana. In World Series news, San Francisco is leading the Chiefs 3-0 in the bottom of the third. Oh, excuse me, the Royals. Well, it appears as if I should never cover baseball because I can't get team names right. The Lady Reds lead 8-3. We'll stick to volleyball for now. I can't believe I did that. A little fun fact, if the Lady Reds win tonight, this will be Leanne Ulmer's 397th career win. So as they head into this weekend's tournament at UW Oshkosh, she could get her 400th career win. Of course, if you just keep checking back to CarthageSports.com throughout the weekend, we'll have all the results from the Pizza Hut Classic and keep you updated on the road to 400 for head coach Leanne Ulmer. Point to the Vikings there. That is a point to the Lady Reds. Cannell with the kill. Bria Haley back to serve. That ball will go off the block. Point to the Vikings. Now serving number 26, Kabir Evans. And that ball will go out off the block. Point to the Lady Reds as they lead 9-5. Back to serve is number 10, Karen Chin. That is a point to the Lady Reds. In other news from around the CCIW, Wheaton beat North Park 3-0 tonight, and Milliken and North Central are tied 1-1 with Milliken up in the third set. We'll keep you updated as that game develops. Karen Chin serving. Point to the Lady Reds. Karen Chin to continue serving. And that ball will land in. A great kill by Rachel Fields. Chin continues to serve. Chin to Fields as that ball. Augustana will bring it back. Krensky to Chin to Fields. Another great attempt by Fields. Cannell to Chin to Fields again. And that ball will go out of bounds. Point to the Lady Reds. And Chin will get that one over for the great point. Lady Reds now lead 15-5, 3 times the score of Augie. And Karen Chin will continue to serve as there's now a timeout on the floor for the Vikings. We'll be right back in about a minute on Live at Carthage for Lady Reds Volleyball from Tarble Arena. And we are back here live from Tarble Arena as Karen Chin is set to serve for the Lady Reds. Lady Reds up 15-5 in the 4th set. So lead 2-1 in sets tonight. And a great block by Rachel Fields. Karen Chin there. Nice work. Chin once again, but cannot convert on that one. Point to the Vikings as Lady Reds continue to lead 16-6. Substitution on the floor for the Vikings, and back to serve will be number 5, Lindemann. And that is a point to the Vikings. Lady Reds send that ball out. Rachel Fields sends it into the antenna. That ball will go off the hands of Cahoon and land. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds lead 16-8. Number 5, Lindemann continues to serve. That ball barely gets over and will hit the court. Point to Augustana. Lady Reds still lead 16-9. The point to the Lady Reds. Cannell with the kill. Shoemaker and Parsons back in the lineup for Carthage. Shoemaker back to serve. Lady Reds lead 17-9 in this 4th set. Lead 2-1 in sets tonight. Parsons to Chin to Fields. And that ball will go to the Vikings. Lady Reds lead 17-10. Claudia Zerden back to serve for the Vikings. Zerden, a freshman out of Elmhurst, went to York High School. And that is Parsons with the attempt. That ball will land on the Carthage side. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds now only lead by 6. They lead 17-11. Zerden continues to serve. Cahoon to Chin to Fields. Siebert sends that ball over for the free ball. Chin to Fallert. Fallert will send that ball out of bounds. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds now only lead by 5, 17-12. Romanowski comes in for Fallert. Again, Romanowski, the sophomore out of Kenosha, Wisconsin, went to Bradford High School. 6'4", middle blocker. And Parsons will send that ball out of bounds. Lady Reds not able to convert. Timeout Carthage. Take this moment to talk about number 11, Rachel Fields. Fields is a 5'11" senior outside hitter on the right side out of Chicago, Illinois, went to Fenwick High School. In 2013, she played in all 38 matches and made 34 starts, averaged 2.13 kills per set, 1.74 digs per set, and 0.43 blocks per set. Collected a career-high 16 kills and hit 37.1% against Chicago on November 2nd of 2013. She's an elementary education major. Her brother Caleb Fields played minor league baseball for the Pittsburgh Pirates organization. She's been named to the Carthage Dean's List twice. and that's number 11, Rachel Fields. Both teams back on the court here at Tarble Arena. Lady Reds lead 17-13 in the fourth set after they were leading by 10 at 15-5 and 16-6. However, Augustana has come back. That ball will be sent way out by number 18, Zerden, who is serving. Point to the Lady Reds as they now lead 18-13. Rachel Fields, the leader in kills tonight with 15. She also has 3 service aces. And Cahoon back to serve. And she will send that one into the net. Point to the Vikings. Lady Reds continue to lead 18-14. And back to serve is Kylie Siebert. Shoemaker to Chin to Fields. She will send that one out of bounds. Lady Reds only lead by 3 now, 18-15. Lady Reds have got a side out here if they want a chance at winning this set. Otherwise, Augustana will continue to steamroll right over them. An update in the CCIW. Milliken won the third set. They are now up 2-1 over North Central. Point to the Lady Reds. Point to the Vikings.
Into the Vikings lineup, number 4, Hamble. And number 13, Morrissey.
Back to serve, number 4, Hampel. Fields to Chin. To Haley with the kill.
Lady Reds, Haley with the kill. Into the Carthage lineup, number 5, Fidel. And number 4, Krensky. Krensky serving.
Chin to Cannell. And that'll go off the hands of number 18, Zerden, for a point to the Lady Reds. Lady Reds lead 21-16 in the fourth set. Point to the Lady Reds. Krensky back to serve. And Cannell with the attempt there. Fields to Chin. She'll send that one over. And Karen Chin with the kill. Lady Reds now lead 23-16. Chin with 1 ace, 7 kills, and 8 digs tonight. And Bria Haley will get that one barely over the net. Point to the Lady Reds. Folks, it is match point for the Lady Reds as they lead 24-16 in this fourth set. Krensky will serve. Point to Elmhurst. Excuse me. We are not playing Elmhurst. We are playing Augustana. It is a rough night for me, folks. Still match point. Lady Reds lead 24-17. Krensky will send that one out of bounds. Point to the Vikings. Still match point. Lady Reds lead 24-18. Krensky to Chin to Cannell. That'll go off the block of Augustana, and the Lady Reds have won 25-18. So Carthage wins 3-1 tonight over the Vikings. Carthage took the first set 25-17, lost the second 25-20, and then won the next two 25-8 and 25-18. This was Leanne Ulmer's 397th career win, which puts her career winning percentage at 77%. Lady Reds will travel to University of Wisconsin-Oshkosh this weekend for the Pizza Hut Classic, where Leanne Ulmer may get her 400th career win. And that, of course, would take place in her 517th game if they win the next 3 matches. We thank you for joining us on Live at Carthage, here live from Tarble Arena on the campus of Carthage College. Again, it's the Lady Reds win 3-1 against the visiting Augustana College Vikings. This program has been a presentation of Carthage College. We thank you for joining us, and we hope to see you this weekend for our family weekend events. A reminder, football starts off with Giant Weiser at 12:30 for pregame and 1 o'clock for kickoff. Thanks again for joining us. Have a great night.
It's gonna be a good night. That tonight's gonna be